Hi, my name is Bojan Savik here at Mercedes-Benz of Scottsdale, right across from the Fashion Square. I'm here to talk to you and present you this 2020 all-new Mercedes-Benz GLB 250. So this is an all-new car for a Mercedes-Benz. So where does it go far as in terms of the lineup of the SUVs? So it's definitely bigger than the GLA 250 that you maybe saw before. So if we're going to put that as in the dimensions, I'm sure you're familiar with our GLC 300. So this vehicle is exactly, it's going to be 0.9 inches shorter than the GLC. So that gives you the dimensions far as on this car. That's where it stands far as on the lineup of this car. It's based upon the same or similar architecture that our A-Class and the CLA is. So it's just stretched for 4 inches far as an architecture and the platform of the car. So it is under the compact SUVs, but when we say the compact SUVs, it shouldn't be considered immediately it is small, because this vehicle is available with the third lines of seating. Yes, I know it sounds unbelievable, but that's one of the reasons why would you consider GLB versus a GLC or the GLA, because this vehicle does offer you that option. And how big is that third seat? We will show you there just in a minute, just a little bit later. So let me tell you a little bit more about this vehicle. It is powered by the 2.0 liter inline-4, like you will find that engine size in many of our other SUVs as well as the cars. This one pumps out 221 horsepower, 258 pound-feet of torque, and it's delivering the power versus the 8-speed DCT or dual clutch transmission, automatic transmission. Now we have just 8-speed versus in some of our vehicles 7-speed, because this is an SUV. It is offered as a front-wheel drive. This is one of the few vehicles that we offer as a front-wheel drive, or the all-wheel drive variant that we do offer. So when you have that in an all-wheel drive variant, the vehicle will be sending up to the 50% of the power to the back wheels, as well as 50% of power of the wheels. So those are the numbers that probably you wanted to hear as far as on the powertrain of the car. Let's move on past that. So far as on the design of the vehicle, you can see that's a fresh new design. So this would remind many of them, and I can see some of the reviews in some of the magazines as far as in the front head look. This vehicle very much looks like a combination of some of our cars, and also remind the people of the GLK that we had from 2010 to 2015 and of our G-Wagon, because it's a fresh new designed new look of the car. This vehicle in particular, has the AMG line exterior package. Some people will know that as a sport package. So that gives you this diamond-studded grille with the, of course, one bar in the middle, Mercedes-Benz star. It's also more pronounced front splitter, as well as these really the fake air intakes that we have that right here. It's just there because of the look and the design, and it's always going to be paired with the AMG wheels that in this case are black. Well, this case are black because this particular vehicle does have also the night package. You can notice the side mirrors, they are black. The, again, front splitter right here is black. Also, the side trim is black. So that's one of the things that's becoming more trendy, more focused, more appreciated by our clients, that we have on the, especially on the white and the black cars, sometimes some of them with the color that it has this black trim. Enhances just the look and the styling. Nothing to do with the performance, just as well as our trim AMG line exterior does nothing for the performance. Basically, it's just look and styling. Now, some of the more important features of the vehicle, it's going to be on the inside. And on the inside of this vehicle, it will have our new Mercedes-Benz user experience MBUX system that everybody is talking about. It's actually delivered the great success with the Mercedes-Benz, but it will be most appreciated when you come in. We can actually show you, but I'll point out some of the most important features, besides the fact that this vehicle will have the 3 lines of seating. So your question might be now, why would I buy this over the GLC? Because you offered a vehicle in about that same size. Well, This vehicle is kind of a little bit more square versus in the GLC. It's a little bit more rounded. GLC is becoming one of the best sellers for the Mercedes-Benz, and it is the SUV that dominates the market right now in this segment. Mercedes-Benz definitely made that really well. As far as in the size, the price-wise, the features, the luxury, the content, what the vehicle gives you inside, drivability, and everything else. Well, we plan to carry that same thing with the GLB, especially on this vehicle. But again, it needs to be, it is different, and it will have the different appeal to the different clients. It is a little bit more youthful, especially as far as on the technology that's inside. But now let me show you the interior of this vehicle and show you the seating chart, as well as how much space do you have left in the back behind if you take the version with just 2 lines of seating. So as you can see, this interior, by all means, it's very, very nice, very, very inviting, and very, very tech looking. As well as this was, if I could show you this at night with the 64 color ambient lighting, it will look a lot better. But you can see also inside that this vehicle on the outside, I forgot to mention, this is denim blue that we have far as an exterior color, and this is a Neva gray far as an interior with the black. So you have the 2-tone interior leather trim that's paired up with the AMG carbon fiber looking like material on the inside. This is not the carbon fiber, original carbon fiber, but it definitely does look like that, and it gives this vehicle a little bit more sportiness, a little bit more youth, let's say, in this, especially when it's paired with this interior that we have. So steering wheel, like we expected, it has an all-new steering wheel with the Mercedes-Benz, that it has all the touch pads that control everything that's in front of your instrument cluster, and it's an essential display. So this vehicle obviously does have the Premium 1 package. When you have the Premium 1 package, you will have this screen that's gonna have the full on the display for the, again, center console as well as the instrument cluster. Everything that's an instrument cluster, it's operated from the left part of the steering wheel. You have this little touchpad that it has a home and the back button, and you control everything that's inside, and you can separate much of the display, and you can have the full display, change some of the things, customize many of the things. But again, that would be the best if you would come in so we can show you really how that looks like. It is the very same system that we do have in the A-Class and the CLA, all new GLE and the GLS. So everything that's coming out of the new for the Mercedes-Benz does have display. That's one of the main differences as far as on the GLC. So to the right part of the display, it controls everything that's on the central display from here. And you have the voice command, hanging up and answering the phone, as well as the volume button, but that is to be expected as far as on the vehicle. Of course, the transmission is parked right here. To put it in the gear, put it in as far as in the reverse, and to put it in the park is basically just a touch button. As far as on the central display and central commands, and it controls everything, you have the touchpad that you can control everything that's in your display, but you can do also the touchscreen that we didn't have that before. So that's one of the new things about the Mercedes-Benz user experience. And the MBS Mercedes-Benz user experience will use also the voice commands. So far as on the interior, on the car dimensions, you do have the memory seats for the driver as well as the passenger. That part of the vehicle comes standard, does have the heated seats, does have the controls, everything for the windows and the side mirrors that's on the left side, as will be expected. All the controls for the heating, ventilation, and air conditioning, it's actually on the touch button that sits right here. Temperature for the driver, for the passenger, speed of the fan, and the direction that you will direct the air. Also, all of these, it's called the turbine wheels. As far as on the air and the directions, you have 3 in the middle, 2 for the driver and the passenger, and you can direct them each way that you would like, and also open and close it right here. So they're extremely useful, and plus they definitely look good as far as on the display. So everything that's in the display, glove compartment, it's right here as expected. So here also you will have the NFC pairing or wireless phone charging. So for the phone to be charged, you can just drop it off here. It's one of the options that comes for with $200 wireless charging. You can just drop off the phones. Also, by the way, the phone will fully integrate with the system. And also you can use that with the Apple CarPlay or Android Auto that comes as a standard part of the vehicle. Some of the options that I didn't mention that comes as a standard in the vehicle is, of course, many of our safety features. Of course, all the airbags that you have, the 9 case of them. And it comes with the active brake assist, also the attention assist that comes standard, the electronic stability program that it comes standard, the brake assist system that will come. Many of these features do come standard, so you will get that with every GLB. But now, more importantly, let me just show you as in the back, far as on the seating, how much space do you have for the passengers on the rear, because it does have the generous space if you're just buying as a 5-passenger option. So if you would choose as a 3-passenger option, that's additional $850, but it will give you that useful third lines of seating that you would need sometimes. And yes, it is intended for the kids, but how much can we put, how much the seat can occupy for the inside, let's say in town driving, we're about to show you, so follow me. Hi, I just want to show you a little bit about the GLA 250, far as in the size and how much can we fit inside. Now we have this, have 2 cameramen that are helping us make this video, and they are, you can see, not really the smallest guys, 6'5", 6'4", and I'm even 6 foot. So we're going to show you how can we fit inside. Please, I want you to know that this vehicle is not made to carry on 6'5", 6'4", and 6 foot guys all around town for the long vacations, but it is doable. We can fit inside for the small trips or for need-to-be situations. We definitely can fit inside. So check this out. As you can see right here, all 3 of us are inside of the vehicle. And also, if you notice and remember, we have the tallest person, 6'5", it's sitting when we have actually the smallest space on the third line of seating, right? And we have the 6 foot guy right behind me, and I'm here 6 foot even, and we actually can fit inside. Again, this is not meant to drive us around town or from Phoenix to San Francisco for 12 hours, but definitely if the need is there, you can transport even big as individual as 3 of us are. Okay, I want to show you now that we actually, in fact, did not move the front seat. This is how they are sitting position on the second and the third lines of seat. As I mentioned you again, we have an individual that's 6'5", 6'4", and the 6 foot that I was sitting in the front, and show you just how much space do you actually have in this vehicle. And also, if you can notice, both of them are more than 120 pounds each. So want to keep that in mind. So this is how much actual space do you have in the vehicle. Again, this is not meant for the individual like this. This is not what the Mercedes-Benz built this vehicle for, but in case that the need arises, you can do this and transport the people around town or somewhere where you would need to go. But now let me also show you how much trunk space you have left after you have the individuals our size in this. Okay, I just want to show you, since there's the last segment about this vehicle, everything is based upon how much space do you have inside, and by this time you already concluded, just like everybody else, this is the Mercedes-Benz Greyhound bus. That's how many people can you fit inside. But also I want to show you just how much luggage, how much trunk space do you have after you put all 3 seats up and after you load it with the individuals that are hovering right about 200 pounds. I'll be gentle on this. So this is how much space is left. All of our 3 cell phones can be comfortably placed, and you can see there's probably space for 2 or 3 more that you can place on the back. So thank you very much for watching the video about the 2020 GLB 250. Please come in, let me show you more about this beautiful vehicle.